We're gonna let people get in before we really go up on this shit. So I got a lot to say, especially about these clown ass niggas. But this little nigga right here, oh my god. I'm gonna tell you who ain't phased though. Gucci. Gucci just promoted a show. Gucci gonna be in Detroit May 23rd for a symphony show. He ain't phased at all. Gucci ain't phased at all. That little nigga Pooh is a wild little nigga, man. He trying to take his career in his own hands. But don't work that way. Don't work that way, Pooh. No. I fuck with him though. Hard body. But it don't work that way, Pooh. It don't. It don't work that way. But he tried though. I give it to him. He tried to take his shit in his own. But you can't, dog. First of all, somebody should have told you about duress. Okay? Somebody should have told you about that. It's something called duress. Meaning, I can't sign any document under duress, meaning threatening, beyond my will, and it stand up in court. You sign that, man, by law. See what I'm saying? Law. You kidnapping him or assaulting him, robbing him, whatever you felt you wanted to do is not going to get you out that contract, because the minute he left that studio, he was going to get in touch with his lawyers and he was going to void that contract. That's it. And whoever told you to do that was a bad way. Now, what you should have did was whoever was offering you the M's, what you should have did is told them, listen, I'm in a situation with him. You both know. Somebody break him off to get him to release me. Because I said that's what it's all about, is money at the end of the day. And the type of money they was offering you, he would have did it. 15 million. So if they was offering you 25, give him 15 out of 25. You're gonna make the 15 back. You just make sure you put it in the contract with them that you gave a 15 and you gotta recoup that. As long as it's on black and white, you're good. Now you sign to him All the music you're releasing while you're in jail, he's making money because he still's on you. Now you about to do another bit. He own your rights because you about to bit. You got a violation coming. You won home longer than 2 years. Caught a case. You was on paper. You wasn't on paper for 2 years without catching the case. All right. So you're gonna get a violation for the feds for that case, for what you out on bond, what you was out on, what you was on house, what you just came home from, plus the new situation. So you're gonna have to do your violation time first. Then you got to do your sentence because they're gonna violate you because you caught a new case. You wasn't out 2 years and caught a new case. You wasn't on paper 2 years and caught a new case. You know what I'm saying? It's another violent assault. So they're gonna hit you with whatever your violation gonna be, depending on how long you was on paper. They're gonna hit you with your violation. Now they're gonna hit you with the case. Now, being that this is your second case, I don't know if you was. I think you was a convicted felon before. So now you got points. So now your category gonna fall crazy. You got another assault, violent act. I don't even know the statutory limitations on. I don't even know I don't even know the guidelines between armed robbery and. Well, you got off on armed robbery, but I'm talking about the kidnapping and robbery and other. So now you got another robbery, another kidnapping with a. They might not be able to put the gun in your hand, but they definitely got y'all on kidnapping because y'all moved them more than 2 inches. So we got a fuck situation. If I was you, I would have copped a complaint. I would have copped the complaint. Said, fuck it. You ain't gonna beat it. You're not gonna beat it because one of them was a governor and informant and it was your fucking CEO. You ain't gonna beat it. You should cop to the complaint right fucking now. All of y'all. If y'all get this video, fuck what everybody telling y'all. This is your life. Okay? You got a violent crime with the federal government. You automatically looking at life. All right? Cop to the complaint. Now. Plead guilty to the complaint. It'll fuck the whole conspiracy up. If you plead, I think you already playing this in though. I might be too late. I think I am. Once you plead innocent, now the case is rolling. You plead guilty to the complaint. It hurts them because it's like they can't continue on trying to get more information and all that because you already pled guilty. So the case just halts. People don't know that. Everybody going there not guilty. So now you get the ball rolling. You plead guilty to the complaint. You already told me what you got me on. You got the video. You got the audio. You got the statements. You got who going to cooperate. All that. All right. I already know what I'm looking at. I already know what y'all got. If I can beat this shit or not. Plead guilty to the complaint. Get up under it. Let's get this shit going and get the fuck up out of here. This the federal government we talking about. This ain't the state. It's the federal government. Now, Guwop. I understand what he's saying. You got rid of everybody. You could. What you should have did, Guwop, was what you should have did is you should have kept his cousin. That's what you should have did. And the boy OD being depressed about being dropped. That's why his family mad, because they just don't want to say it. The boy OD from being depressed from being dropped. And he knew that. All right? And that's what he was mad at. Like, you kept me in Fujiano. Why you ain't keep my cousin? And you knew that you signed him on behalf of me and then drop him when I go to jail? That's what he was hurt. It ain't about the money. I can understand that. That was his people. You signed him on behalf of him, Guwop. And then you drop him when he go to jail. If anybody you was supposed to stay loyal to while he was in jail was his cousin. Because Fujiano was in jail. You should have stayed loyal to his cousin. If you would have stayed loyal to his cousin, he would have got out, he would have still been rocking, and y'all would have been rolling right now. You feel me? And his cousin can rap. Y'all would have been rolling right now. Even if his cousin did pass away, they would have known you kept it 100 with his cousin, and he would have stand with you. He tried to sign with Gotti because he knew you ain't get along with Gotti anyway. And like Hernandez Govan said, you went and signed all these little niggas from Memphis and ain't even know him antagonizing Gotti, but you struck gold on him. You struck gold on him. And you fucked up. And you let your losses cost you. That cost you because it didn't cost you food. It didn't cost you him. No, it didn't cost you him. No, it didn't. It didn't cost you him because he signed to you. It cost you your credibility though. Because now you're open as an informant. Because that was the only way the federal government would have got involved. This is a state case. They never said they travel with weapons from city to city. Even if they did leave the state to go rob somewhere else, they can't. You can leave the state, okay? As long as they didn't have no contraband on them, you can leave the state and go do something. It's still a state case in whatever state you're doing it in. The feds ain't gonna come in unless you got a string of robberies state to state. Then that's different. But if you just go to fucking New York and rob a motherfucker, the feds ain't coming involved unless you rob an informant. And see, that's what you lost. That came out. You're a fucking informant. And I'm going to tell you, now that you think about it, the shit with Pookie Loc makes sense. It makes sense now. With that agent coming out, saying the reason why they didn't indict Jeezy, which makes sense. They got Jeezy on the phone talking about he gonna send somebody to stick you. They do it and the nigga die behind it. That's already complicity to murder. They didn't do it because the district attorney declined to indict Jeezy. Why? Now, they just said we would never know. Oh, we know now because you were an informant. And if they would have indicted him, federally indicted him, it would have exposed you. And they couldn't do it. So what they did is they let it go. They threw your case out because you were the victim. And they didn't indict Jeezy because you would have had to testify as a federal informant. And they couldn't let that happen. Now it makes sense how he got off on that case. You are an informant. Yes. Yeah. It's fucked up. Now I see why you kept getting off about them cases and how you got the fucking money. Because all of a sudden, you about to fight a nigga in the mall before you go to jail, you broke. Y'all about to fight over an ounce of work, they said. You broke. You go to jail, your girl leave you. You wasn't even with Keisha. You was with a whole nother broad. You leave, go to jail, come up with this elaborate story like you left her some money to do this, that, and the third for you while you was gone. She flipped it. She running around with rappers, and she said niggas. It's all coming out now. She won too. That's how y'all got. That's how you came out because the feds gonna pay Gucci. That's why they said it's a Gucci clone. That's why. It's a lot of you niggas in that industry has been industry is bad. That's why I release my music. I'm cool. I seen one dude, I forgot his name, from Jersey. Heavy said do content and shit. I seen him say something about what a nigga do a record with 6ix9ine. Ain't no more street than me, man. I would. Damn sure would. Because rapping ain't the streets. That's the problem with y'all. Rapping ain't the streets, bro. Rapping is a business. It's not a legal business. Streets is a legal business. A legal living. Everybody want to use the street terms, don't even understand what the street terms mean. Streets is a legal living. Rapping in a microphone is legal living. Alright? It's no different than if he called you and you owned a fucking company for whatever it does. House equipment, home improvement, roofing, sidewalks, driveways, pools, windows, air conditioning, whatever you do, you got to do with manual labor or any type of trade, and it was his house you had to do the trade to. And he contracted your company to do the fucking job. And you got employees and all type of other shit. You got a company. You gonna say because this nigga told you wasn't gonna go do the job in the house? Install his air conditioning? Put a roof on it? Do his driveway? The fuck is y'all talking about? See, that's how all you rappers is getting indicted. And they loving it. They got niggas like Boosie on here talking about, oh, this nigga lost his street credit. You don't see the indicting rappers, dude? Because now all these rappers want to do this shit for real. Rap, in our eyes coming up, was never real. We always knew it was fictional. We took the rap music and made it real from what we did in the streets and listening to it. But we knew the shit wasn't real. We knew them niggas was studio gangsters then. We knew that. You didn't have to prove that to us. We knew them niggas was studio gangsters. We knew that. We knew they hung around with the niggas in the streets and rapped about their lives. We wanted them to do it. So say my name, but rap about how we getting busy out here. You around us? The white folks that switched the narrative to get niggas indicted, making niggas rap about real crimes. You fucking idiots. The white folks that switched this shit around and planted this shit in your minds that you gotta really live what you rapping to get a life sentence. Retarded. So I'll be the first one to tell you. That's the dumbest shit ever. Don't believe none of that shit they saying. Yes, if that boy asks you to go do a record with him, do it. It's his business. Fuck you talking about? He signed to a label. They doing business with him. I ain't hanging with this nigga. I don't even gotta be in the studio with this nigga. But the check gonna come from whoever fucking with this nigga to my account. Fuck is you talking about? What? None of this we're doing is real. It's fictional. So, yeah. Motherfucker, yeah. In a heartbeat. Send the track. I'm gonna kick his ass on that bitch too. Win a Grammy for it and all that. Yeah. Fuck is wrong with you? This nigga got a pool in the back. You got a pool company. They want to contract you to do the pool job for $1 million. Your punk ass gonna go do that pool job. Fuck out of here. You out your motherfucking mind. Yeah, right. Who y'all playing with? Don't let these motherfuckers fool you. Don't let them fool you. Rapping is not the streets. Rapping is a business. It's a job. A real job that has a W-9 attached to it. When you start implicating real life in the rapping, you're fucked. That's the truth. But so Now you see, that's how these informants is getting in there. Yeah, you think he the only one? You'd be surprised. You think he the only one? Yeah, right. Be surprised. But see, we always knew that. The rappers was never the street niggas. They was the rappers. When the rappers started wanting to be the toughest one out the clique, that's when you get blitzed. Believe that. But we're gonna see how it play out. Because Guwop in Detroit on the 23rd, he ain't phased at all. Live symphony. Mm-hmm. But, like I said before, I guess he's showing y'all rapping ain't the streets. Because he went to the police. If Gucci would have told them white boys don't call the cops, they wouldn't have. They wouldn't have. He told them to call the cops. The off-duty security guard wouldn't have called. They'd have left that shit in the street. Gucci told them to call the cops. 100% sure. Right after it happened. He told they had guns. All that. Because in his mind it's a play. He go back to jail. This shit gonna blow up in the streets. He gonna sell even more. Guess what? I make the money and I ain't got the pain. Not a fucking dime. Wow. He ran a cold. He was the real shiesty one. Shiesty. If you really want to be truthful. He was the real shiesty one. Guwop was the real shiesty one. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Did a Houdini. Did a cold Houdini. Said, fuck you. I ain't paying you. And you going to jail. For a long time. So I'm about to collect royalties for a long time. Off you. Then when you get out, we can't even be around each other because you made me a victim of the crime. So for the rest of your life, I ain't even got to see you, be around you, or pay you. But Pushashi could get a release. See, same thing with Finesse 2 times. Same thing with Finesse. I've been trying to reach out to Finesse for about 2 weeks. I see he keep hooping and hollering about his deal with Rap a Lot and all that. Mob ties or whatever. I can get you out your deal, bro. Shiesty, I could have got you out your deal. They might have would have tried to knock you down behind it, but I'd have got you out your deal from the major, from the mid, from the mid, from whoever else. If you see this Finesse, get with me. Inbox me. Tap in. I can get you out your deal today. It's real simple. And I don't want nothing for it. Nothing. But I can get you out your deal. Because I own a record company. I know how. Legitimate record company. I know how to get you out your deal. Shiesty, I could have got you out your deal. You didn't need no release. I could have got you out your fucking deal. That day. That wasn't even called for. Finesse, I can get you out your deal. Any other artist, I can get you out your deal. Get with me. And when I tell you how, you gonna kick yourself. But with that, I'm gone. Like, follow, subscribe. We got another one at 12. Flago. Tap in at 12. We out.